As tensions grow in the South China Sea between Beijing and its neighbouring nations, a record number of Australian troops are in the Philippines, training alongside their Filipino and American counterparts. Our Asia correspondent Stash Butler travelled to the region, where he was provided with exclusive access to the military exercises preparing our personnel for a possible conflict.
Australian soldiers practice entering battle in the Philippine jungle.
We're going to go through that door to the front, right? Yep, on it. All right, push.
The Southeast Asian nation, the new front line for tensions with an increasingly assertive China.
You've got to really think about the real-world implications of the training and about how you would be responsible for the guys out there.
One by enemy dead.
As China and the Philippines continue to clash in the South China Sea, ADF forces have joined their allies for one of Asia's biggest military manoeuvres.
These drills are just one part of the US-Philippine exercise Balikatan. That means shoulder to shoulder in Tagalog, and it's brought together over 16,000 troops to learn how to fight side by side.
This year, 200 of those troops are Australian, the highest number in the exercise's history.
We really appreciate the partnership of Australia and Philippines, which is also build our confidence in fighting along us.
Sky News had exclusive access as ADF soldiers conducted advanced training at Fort Magsaysay, Philippines' biggest base.
The drills there are about small team skills and the ability to fight in more constricted terrain or restricted terrain, but also the ability to sort of partner and mentor with our allies and friends. So in particular the Philippines and the US, making sure we have that interoperability to really work together in the event of conflict in the future.
But there's also present conflicts, like these scenes last week. The Chinese Coast Guard deploying a water cannon against a Philippine ship near a contested reef.
It's easy to see the potential for somebody to become, really seriously injured or even killed.
One wrong step in the South China Sea could drag in the US military, which is bound to defend the Philippines from attack.
Accidental warfare or accidental war is something that many Southeast Asian officers are quite concerned about at this point in time.
Australia fears a conflict would threaten its trade, so it has tightened defence ties with the US, Philippines and Japan, hoping to prevent escalation. It gives this year's drills in the Philippines a greater sense of urgency.
Our focus is not on what's happening in the sea and the air, although that's relevant to us. It's working with partners to make sure that the land battle is the part that we can focus on.
For the Philippines and its allies, that means using Balikatan to test their unity here in the heat of the jungle and keep steady nerves in disputed seas. Stash Butler, Fort Magsaysay, Philippines, Sky News.